Member of the House Education and the Workforce Committee and Republican Representative for Utah, Burgess Owens, has taken to X to call out Northwestern University. Here's what he said.
I want to update everybody. We have a letter that just went out to the president of Northwestern, President Shield, asking for an update. This last month we had a hearing. We found out that Northwestern has a partnership with Qatar, and that millions of dollars are being transferred back and forth. Qatar, by the way, has one connection, or connections with Al Jazeera, with the Muslim Brotherhood, and that connection is Hamas. We've decided, and it's very obvious, that the taxpayer dollars should never go to any group that's tied with terrorists. So we're looking now for some feedback. We sent a letter out. We expect at the end of next month to have a response back from President Shield. Has those ties been ended? I'll say this. We're not going to fund terrorism. We're not going to fund any education system that funds or is connected with terrorism. So these are things that we're looking forward to getting feedback on. We're very, very excited about the priorities that the Republican Party has in terms of education and making sure that our young people are taught our system, our culture, and not those of Qatar or any other country that is antithetical to our beliefs. So we look forward to getting back to you. We'll make sure we update you on what's happening with this. Very, very important times in our country, my friends. All the best.
And Republican Representative for Utah, member of the House Education Committee, Burgess Owens joins me. Nice to see you, sir.
Greta, it's a pleasure being here for sure.
If I understand from what you said, is that you're not saying that Northwestern can't do business in Qatar. You're saying that we're just not going to pay for them to do business in Qatar. We're not going to pay them if there's going to be discrimination.
Well, it comes down to this. It's time for us now as a country to look at outcome. We've been going, what we see here happening, antisemitism is happening for decades. We've been allowing our educational system to push out people that judge them outside in versus inside out. And yes, if there's terrorist ties and our administrators cannot figure that out, then we need to pull that fund back. We're at a point now where we have to start wondering, is patriotism still part of the equation anymore? And I'll tell you, this is a very serious question to ask, because I'm seeing more people concerned more about profitability than they are in our own country. And if we recognize that and we're not going to pay for that, then they'll either have to get some new people that are running these institutions or get more new professors, but we're not going to continue to put up with it.
Well, it seems like the university sort of looked the other way. I mean, that they say free speech, which of course exists, but they've just looked the other way, and tenure makes it so impossible that once you get tenure, you've got a license to do and say what you want. There's no sort of ability to offload somebody who is, espousing, anti-Semitism or racism or anything.
Can I say this? It's not that they're looking the other way. They're doing exactly what has been in their agenda for a long time. We're seeing the slow march of Marxism. And this is what we have to understand, Greta. We have a country that's been built on freedom, a free market, becoming a more perfect union, faith, family, free market, and education. We have another ideology that hates everything we stand for, and it's called Marxism. So no, what's happening in institutions, they have been doing this for decades. They hire their own, they protect their own. Our kids go through, and by the time they come out, not only are they in debt, with degrees that mean nothing, but they hate our country at the same time. We're seeing that kind of outcome, and now we're saying enough is enough. Continue that if you want to, but we're just not going to get paid with taxpayer dollars.
There's so much, in this country, in politics, Republican and Democrats, there's a huge division. But on your committee, is there more, it seems like there's more bipartisanship together. People are working together. People just don't like this. I mean, whether you're Republican or Democrat, when push comes to shove and you're sitting there listening to this stuff. I
think there's a tendency, there's an opportunity to get there, but it's going to come down to we the people. We still have a lot of divisiveness in the House.
Even on this topic? You have a handful of a couple who go out there and say some, flame-throwing things, but...
Well, the key is this, is we can be upset, but are we willing to get together on solutions? Choice should be part of it. We have something called a College Reduction Act, in which college is now accountable for the outcome. If kids get through there and they're paying way too much for a degree, the college has to have some ownership with that. So it's one thing to be upset, to want to get on TV and say, I don't like what I'm seeing. The other thing is, what can you do about policies, laws? So far, I'm not seeing enough of that, and I think this is an opportunity for us this year, 2024. The American people will send to Congress, America First, whether it be Democrats, Independents, or Republicans.
Do you get the sense you're opening some eyes at some of these universities, or are they digging their heels in?
I think for the first time they're opening their eyes. When I say they're being concerned, Up until this year, I can't say enough about Dr. Fox. What she's done to bring together a group
She's
of people.
tough.
Oh, she's tough.
I wouldn't mess
she's
with her.
tough. and what they were used to doing is coming in, having their spiel, and then going home and continue what they're doing. For the first time, we had 2 presidents fired, and we have another one that's now trying to figure out if they can keep their job. Once you see accountability, once you see the American people waking up, that's when they begin to change, and that's what's going on right now. So I'm so thankful that education is now a priority for our conference and for the American people, and because of that, they're going to start sending people to Congress that care about education first, not the institution, but the outcome of our kids and how well they can do in proceeding.
Congressman Burgess Owens, thank you very much for joining me, sir.
It's a pleasure, Greta, for sure.